G'day, this is Captainoob and this is the G36C. So this weapon is a highly customizable standalone weapon that is packaged within the confines of the modern weapons mod. And I'll get into these attachments. I've attached all that I wanted, but I'm just go ahead and quickly explain that. So I wanted to get this receiver looking like the G36C out of Battlefield 4 or 3 as much as I did possible, so that one works for me. Basically it's just this sort of receiver looking thing with that magwell, the Stanag magwell, which allowed me to actually attach mags into it. With this one, for some reason you can't put mags in it, so obviously that is what we want to do, is chuck the other one on. Next up, for the barrels, again wanted to make this look like it does in old Battlefield 4, so we went with that 9-inch compact barrel there. So I think that's what that means. I use a much better measurement system down here in Australia anyway, so feel free to correct me on that and dislike the video because people hate it when I get things wrong. Anyway, I've got the 30 round mag in there. Could attach a 100 round mag in there, but I feel like that kind of ruins the aesthetic of the weapon. I kind of like that 30 round thing in there. Next up, we've got a holographic sight, the Eerie Tech there. Nothing too much to explain about that, except it works kind of like a reflex sight, and it's a good little thing there. Suppressor there. You get a whole range of suppressors here. A few of them make you do less damage, and a few of them make you do more damage, or actually they all make you do more damage if you have ace operator, but some of them don't have a little bit more of a damage penalty, which is kind of strange. Anyway, so you got an underbarrel thing here, and I chucked on a vertical grip there, and that actually has a little animation, so you actually hold on to it. Not in third person though, that's kind of sucky, but in first person you'll definitely grip that. And there's a couple of other ones if you're interested in those ones, if you want to try this out, including a grenade launcher, which sounds absolutely beautiful, but I won't attach one of those on just yet. And of course you get to change the ammo this thing uses, and if you want to make this thing do almost 300 damage a shot, which would be completely overpowered, you can do that. And that ammo is actually quite easy to obtain because you get a little vending machine within the mod that you can do that. We've also got a laser sight on, doesn't do a whole lot, but it looks cool. And moving along, yeah, you can change the type of ammo. Basically, I'm not sure if these actually make any difference at all. It doesn't show on the cards except for the holo points, which reduce your accuracy a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and assume this adds some sort of penetrating capability to it, kind of like that legendary effect. And like other mods, you've got the fire selector on a different sort of thing there, so if you want to make the semi-auto only, you can do that, or you can make it full auto if you feel like it. And of course there's a legendary effect along with that, so a little bit different for the attachment sort of section in this. I sometimes or usually go attaching as I go along with it, but since the attachments in these mods are so unique, rather than just giving you basic generic names for receivers, I feel like this is probably a better way to actually go through it with all these modern weapon mods, which is they're very inconsistent with the way they sort of do things. Some weapons have much more attachments than the others. But anyway, let's get into Gunner's Plaza and see what this thing can do. Righto, so here we are in Gunner's Plaza with our short automatic rifle thing. And you may have noticed from the thumbnail that we're having a few friends here in Gunner's Plaza today. So in the Christmas spirit of bringing everyone together, we have Matilda Companion and the Winter Companion mod. This one's coming soon. Currently working on it. She doesn't have a lot of backstory to her, but the main cause of her little thing is just to have a little buddy to follow you around shooting stuff. So yeah, we've got her helping us out today, so yeah, we've got all the gang together. Let's go ahead and shoot some of these turrets here. So first off, yeah, you can see that this thing with a suppressor is capable of doing lots of sneak attack criticals, and of course the gunners look a little bit different than normal, which is interesting, and this is because the modern weapons mod not only gives you extra weapons for you to choose from, it actually adds in a little bit of apparel, and oh, there we go, we're taking him out now. Good job, Winter. Don't point that weapon at me. That makes me very uncomfortable. There we go. So now that we've got our dudes aggroed down there, hopefully we can go ahead and help us out here. And keep forgetting that companions like to take cover like that, which directly detriments their combat performance. That is why I found Dance so good to use as a companion, because he's a big old dude in power armor. He doesn't like to take cover, so he sort of stands out in the open, but he likes to get a lot more shots out on target, which is good. And what are we doing? We good here? Yep. we'll go ahead and take on this legendary gunner in here, and hopefully you can see one of the effects this weapon has. And there you have it. So yep, these weapons have a little bit of a knockdown effect on them, and you don't have to be scoped in either. You can do this through shooting them through hip fire, and you don't even have to have a scope or a thing on it. That's just sort of a little perk it has, which is very, very interesting indeed. And there we have it. So we've cleared out this first bit. They're not going to be able to follow me if I go ahead and jump down here. So what I'll do is I'll just head down this way, and hopefully they can follow along. No.
Right there.
Follow. There we go. Yeah, companions are a little bit glitchy in here. Sometimes they don't like to follow you, but we'll press on anyway. So we've got this thing all sneaky mode, and I'm pretty sure these gunners should be pretty unaware of our position there. Now the bad thing about these gunners having all these weapons on their leveled list is that sometimes they do a lot of damage to you, because obviously in relation to how vanilla weapons perform, these ones, the weapons from the modern Firearms mod, do a whole lot more damage, which whilst it is fun to use, it actually makes combat a little bit harder, because you'll be hit for a lot more damage. So no longer are the days where you're super tanky at level 126 with this mod. So if you'd like to have a little bit more fun in your combat, there we go, looks like Winter is caught up. Yeah, if you want to have a little bit more fun with your combat, with a little bit more realism, because I suppose being hit with a bunch of bullets like you would within the vanilla game without these weapons would probably make you feel like it's unrealistic. And there's Matilda too. So looks like they've finally caught up. Hopefully they'll follow me down this way, or maybe they'll wait until I start trouble to catch up and then cheaply steal a few kills from me. Anyway, we'll take out this turret, and we've got to proceed with caution around here, because some of these gunners, like I said, are armed with weapons that will do you in very, very quickly. I got 3-shotted before in an earlier recording, so that wasn't very fun. So going sneaky is probably the best way we can do this. And yep, looks like Winter is caught up, and Matilda is not far behind. There's only one gunner left, so we'll just go ahead and spray him down with a little bit of hip fire, and we'll call it a Gunner's Plaza run from there. So there you have it. That was this thing in Gunner's Plaza. While it doesn't have the best rate of fire in the world, it certainly makes up for it with its high damage, and obviously you get better individual performance out of this thing if you had Lone Wanderer at rank 3, but there you have it. That was a pretty good little run there. We'll go ahead and take on Swan now, and hopefully we'll see some good performance out of this thing. Righto, so here we are down near Swan, and there's our two companions. Let's go ahead and draw our weapons and go into sneak mode, and then we'll try and kill Swan. So hopefully as I start shooting, they'll sort of catch on and start engaging him like me. Good job, Winter, for not for getting in front of my line of fire there. And it looks like we're up to a fairly decent start here, but Winter's copping it a little bit from Swan there. Obviously Swan knows that generally Winter gets killed very, very easily, so unfortunately Winter is going first. And looks like Matilda is now taking on the Swan by herself there. We'll just go ahead and keep ourselves nice and hidden here, and before Swan detects us, it's probably in our best interest to get as much hits on his face as possible. Looks like we're out of sneak attack crits though, so we have to run our way very, very fast now. And now we're into nerd rage mode, which means we should probably turn around and shoot him instead. We're not doing that great of damage here. Have a stim pack in that area, I suppose. We'll quickly run away now and make sure we don't die from the Swan, and pop a quick reload whilst we're here. You can hear Matilda shooting at him with her G36C, and as the sun goes down, we are now in caution, and we should be able to finish him off nice and easily, provided he doesn't get all too close to me. This VATS run, we should probably take him out. And in terms of VATS, this thing is fairly good with the action points, so there's no complaints there. Maybe even a little bit too good with all that damage you can do. But there you have it, that was Swan, and where are my teammates? Let's get you nice and stim packed. Oh, okay, looks like they're getting up on their own. Combat is over, which means we should be good to move on. Yep, They're my two friends, and there you have it. That was it against one. We'll go ahead and take on one more monster, I reckon. Righto, so there's a giant ass ghoul over there. I'm pretty sure we're all confident to take him on. There's Winter there, and I'm pretty sure I saw another laser sight somewhere. Alright, so we'll go ahead and try to sneak attack crit him to death just like we did against Swan. But if that doesn't work, we probably have to go and run around and shooting him instead. So, unlike Swan, this dude is just an upscaled version of an enemy that already exists in the game, and is much smaller than Swan, so obviously you get the effect of being able to knock him down there, which is good, and looks like we've got a caravan guard to help us out too, so everybody's coming along together to help us out here, and looks like that caravan guard isn't going to last very long against a pack of ghouls that have just swarmed her. But we'll hope for the best for her anyway. And I'd suggest crouching there because you'll... Nope, looks like we're not bothering with that. And yep, Caravan Guard has decided that it's not a very good fight to have. So, yep, and whilst you're down, we'll just go and stip pack Winter. And hopefully jump over the fence here, so we're fine with that. There we go, so there you have it. You can sort of get a knockdown with this weapon, and that allows you to go ahead and take on some... or just get a revive in whilst the enemy is knocked down, so that's very, very good indeed. Hopefully we can all concentrate fire on it and it'll be dead very, very soon. But for now, I'll just go ahead and, you know what, give it a little bit of VATS because its head is the weak spot according to this, and look at that, we are absolutely destroying it there, and with that last crit there we have finished it off. So I'm pretty sure we're very, very satisfied with this weapon at the moment. What would you say about this? They don't have a lot to say, to be honest, but yep, the looks on their faces say it all. Huh? I'm pretty sure she's very, very happy to be here. So I think that's about it for the G36C. So if you'd like to see this weapon in your game, be sure to check out the description. There shall be a link there. This one is only on PC as far as I know of, unless the user has made a port on Bethesda.net. You won't find this one on the Nexus. It is actually on loverslab, so if you decide to travel to that site to check it out, just be careful. There is some stuff in there that is not for the faint of heart indeed. So, if you'd like to see this companion mod in your game, the blonde chick over there, that's Matilda, yeah, that's already out there, and I'll be putting the finishing touches on the Winter Companion mod, and I'll be releasing that very soon indeed. I highly recommend you get the Unlimited Companion framework so you can have both of these girls at the same time, because it's fun having two companions, because sometimes they're just so incompetent looking because the companion AI is just the best thing ever. But there you have it. That was all of that. So thank you for watching, guys, and Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates it. I know there's quite a lot of people who don't, but if you're Western and you like to celebrate Christmas, I wish you a very, very Merry Christmas and safe one indeed. And we'll see what comes next, shall we? Thank you for watching.